And I ain't never out like wrestling. Back on it. Got all these boys mad cause I pass on it. I'm a flop. Come on, baby, spin a bag on it. Yeah, we so extra, feeling like young in the rest.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Breaks through the contact. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Here we go on fourth. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And, boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
Goff now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 70. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run over center with Benson. And some strong running. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That would complete downfield to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans! Brian Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
Now Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. From the 50, it's Goff. That is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And it's third and short. You look at this Saints defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on third and 5, third and 6, third and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now it's Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So after the conversion on fourth, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Patterson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they send a running back in motion right. To throw is Goff. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Cordero Patterson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are back within a couple of the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To throw is Watson. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. DJ Wonnum got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson off play action. And that went to the right side and incomplete. The Saints at 9-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Watson. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he goes out right around the 39.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Goff. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And a quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Goff. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So consecutive interceptions. Here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. Now it's Watson. Thomas brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Watson now to throw. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Goff. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a 2nd and 10. The tight end Henry here in motion. Back to throw, Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. After the interception, here's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs and protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now gone. Short pass caught by Henry. Well, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And Allen's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Patterson again. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The tight end Henry here in motion. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd and 2. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Here's Goff. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Pittman from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's Watson. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Goff now to throw. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Now it's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff.
They'll get this one complete there to Pittman.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
One more time with Patterson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down and 6 now. Another run here with Benson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Watson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Goff now looking to throw.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Goff. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second and 6 coming up.
Now Goff.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Goff now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So Washington now with an important two-point conversion attempt.
Goff. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth.
Commanders 34.
So here we go, still down one score, and here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That is intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Here's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Patterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Cordero Patterson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Goff. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
This is 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. Open man here is Benson.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here's Watson.
Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. One last throw here for Watson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again? If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Commanders,
the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
to win. To